Thursday, it's the end of the week. It's party time, Mom. Welcome to another episode of the Chad Prather Show. We are here in Studio 22, which is, of course, the mothership. Puppet Master Mark, the perfectionist, is flying us into the nether regions. He is at the helm of all things gubernatorial, sitting next to the ever-radiant Candace, the queen of the Ethiopians and an ethnicity to be named later. Herbert the silent deer looks on over her shoulder with a face of shock that he made the night the truck hit him. It's good to be back, guys. Good to be back. Good to be here. I'm full of energy today. Hot news, Natalie.
Yeah.
Steve.
Yeah.
Party foul Steve and the Texas legend Steve Helms. It's going to be interesting. It's a weekend. It's basically it's our weekend. Thursday's coming up. Next week, I want you guys to come see me. I'm going to be in Tempe, Arizona at the Improv Comedy Club in Tempe. Tempe, Arizona. Open that sucker up. We're coming. Turn that oven on, people. We're going to climb in. We're going to be there the 17th to the 19th. 2 shows on Friday the 17th, 2 shows on Saturday the 18th, 1 show Sunday the 19th. Get your tickets at watchchad.com. That is the website where all the fun stuff is. The host of the news and why it matters and YouTube's Sarah Gonzalez Unfiltered, Sarah Gonzalez herself, looking very not pregnant.
I am.
Damn, girl.
I am, though. I can assure you.
Lady in red. Look at you.
Hello.
Look at you. Where you hiding that baby?
He's there.
Yeah? Is he kicking you?
Yes. Nonstop.
Yeah?
It's
You going to name him after me?
Well, I mean...
I am the
name
father.
him after the father.
You're all the father, Luke. I don't think Luke was the father, but whatever. Anyway, everybody good? I got some
good.
stuff right here, as Rush Limbaugh says, in my formerly nicotine-stained fingers. I got some stuff right here. Snurdly.
How is Rush Limbaugh doing?
I think he's doing good. When you're rich, you beat the diseases.
Yeah.
You know?
You got
Weird.
that.
That's weird how that happens.
Disease
It's
free
weird
money.
how that happens. You beat the diseases. Trebek's beating his. I shouldn't say anything. Because we're shooting this on a Wednesday. It's going to air on Thursday, and then Trebek's going to be gone tomorrow, and everybody's going to be like, oh, Chad, that's bad timing.
You may not be here tomorrow.
I mean, I may not be here tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm living right or anything there, Helms.
Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson's been around forever.
And, yeah,
He's gonna
he
live
beat
forever.
it.
You know why? Because John Coffey held his hand, and he Green Mile? No?
Yes,
Okay, all right.
I remember.
Come here,
I'm
boss.
dog-tied, boss. I'm dog-tied.
Boss. I'm
And
tired,
he's
boss.
rich.
Super rich.
He's really rich.
Super rich. Yeah, so anyway, we got a big show. I got some stuff I want to get into today, and I want you to get into it with me. It's going to be fun. So before we go there, everybody's good? Everybody's good. Everybody's good. Did I offend anybody last night's show? Probably.
Yes.
I'm sure you did.
And it's okay. You'll live.
Only Tom Hanks.
Don't get me started on that again. Come on, man. You know what I liked is when he was stuck on that island by himself with Wilson and nobody could hear him. TAC Pack is the premier monthly subscription box for military tactical prepper and Second Amendment enthusiasts. I love it. For just $49.95 a month, you're going to get at least $100 worth of stuff. Sometimes $150, $200 worth of gear from different companies like 511, Sons of Liberty, Gunworks, Mission First Tactical, Armaspec, a whole lot more. They're going to send out AR-15 parts and accessories, EDC tools, knives, and gear to keep you prepared for when the poo-poo hits the fan, and you know it's already smearing all over the wall right now. The June box was physically their biggest box. Now the upcoming July box, it's going to be their heaviest. May and June both sold out very, very early, so need you to go today, get signed up for the heavy box coming out in July. With over $100 worth of patriotic gear. Use the promo code CHAD, that's my name, at checkout to receive a free extra bag of tactical goodies. That's a phrase I love. They should really patent that, tactical goodies. I don't know that anyone's ever used it. It's going to be shipped out with your first pack, so don't wait. These are flying off the shelves. Go to TAC, T-A-C, TACPack.com and sign up today, TACPack.com. Use offer code CHAD. We'll be right back. All right. What do y'all want to talk about? You want to talk about Trump or Trump?
Trump.
I'm going Trump.
The distractor, or Trump, the banner of TikTok?
Ooh.
Which one?
Let's visit that.
The TikTok one?
Let's visit TikTok.
So the Trump administration recently floated a little rumor. Because, TikTok is a Chinese-run thing. They collect all of your data. I mean, we always postpone till tomorrow the things we don't want to deal with today, right? Just keep your head in the sands, America. And so just keep your head in the sands there, kid. So here's the problem, Sir Gajosh. This is your freaking problem. TikTok's collecting your data. While you're out there doing your little naked dances.
Me?
Well, say you haven't.
I thought those were private.
Say you haven't.
Videos.
Yeah, they're collecting all of your data. China. That's why they've banned it in India? They went ahead and banned TikTok.
But they promised not to share it with Beijing.
Well,
yeah.
So basically,
trustworthy.
TikTok is, as most accuse it of being, and I believe it's true, it's a surveillance app. Mm-hmm. It's a tool for the communists. So Trump has basically said, well, because we're kind of at war with China right now. And that's what's, it's one of those deals, man, where he's kind of saying, well, we might just ban TikTok. Whatever will our kids do?
Go outside and play?
I mean, they spend hours on that thing.
Not only that, there's a lot of kids that make a lot of money.
There are a lot of kids that make a lot of money on that. And I will say this, and not directly from TikTok, but just from being influencers.
Correct.
They get paid by companies to put their stuff
yes.
out there.
Yeah.
Too much work for me, that TikTok thing. But I'll tell you,
I can't get
about
into it
maybe
either.
once every 2 months, somebody will send me something that I'll actually look at. Like, if you're sending me videos of you gotta hear this guy, I've probably already seen it, or I've probably already ignored it. And that's not to be mean. I just don't have time because I've also probably gotten it, 24 times today from this guy who went viral. I appreciate it because I appreciate when you share my videos, and Sarah appreciates it when you share hers.
Absolutely.
But like if I click on it and this guy's about to go off for 9 minutes, I'm like, let me scroll to the last minute and get to his point and see where it's at. Like, I wouldn't watch me.
Don't you
I'm
like
thankful
it?
that you do, but I wouldn't watch me.
Don't you like it when they send you a clip of you?
Yeah.
Of your own show? It's
Yeah,
like, I was there.
You know what? I said it. Doesn't mean I remember it, but I did say it. You ever get like that? You're like, holy crap. Like, I watch News and Why It Matters when I'm on there with you, and sometimes I'll be like, I don't even remember us having that conversation.
Yes.
Granted, I drink.
A little bit.
On the News and Why It
Little
Matters. That's my happy hour.
Yeah. You don't want to know what's in the cup.
I put a little of
ladies and
that Oak and Eden whiskey in the coffee cup and sip it. Just a little. Just a finger's worth. 2 fingers. I got fat fingers.
Each minute.
Yeah. I usually do 1 refill in the hour.
Yeah.
But it's still just like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah.
It's a
No, it's a
little
bit.
skig.
Just a little bit.
I just like to offer it to the former alcoholics or the alcoholics who join the show. I don't know of any.
You know what? It is weird. There's a lot of people,
Who turn it
coincidentally,
down.
who just like attend the show who don't drink. I'm like, how did we find you people?
Yeah, they don't drink.
You live in Texas, you're in the industry, and you don't drink.
This is an industry where people drink.
That's
you
me.
have to.
Like they drink on the job in this industry.
I declare myself y'all's designated driver, so you're like, we'll accept her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
I'm the
she
only
doesn't
one
drink.
that's already that seat's filled, so I'll
That's
take care
so,
of you.
See, that's so bizarre to me.
That I don't
Not
drink.
drinking?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I just like I can't imagine.
You can't because you're pregnant right now, and it's driving you nuts.
True.
Oh, it's the worst part about pregnancy.
We were in.
That's the worst part?
Absolutely. My first baby, I pushed for 10 minutes. Boom, we were done. I didn't feel a thing with the epidural.
Yeah, because me.
Oh
you,
yeah, I was like, this is a breeze. The no wine thing. Mm-mm.
Yeah, me, you, and CJ. We were in Tulsa and whatever, and we were drinking in front of you, and we didn't care.
Yeah.
You were suffering.
Well, I went really crazy and had a Diet Coke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
It's outrageous.
So bad
I
for
quit
you.
Diet Cokes again, by the way.
Again.
We'll
see how long that lasts.
I'm done. So sorry, kids. You're gonna have to find something else to do. Parents, you're gonna have to actually parent. You can't just farm them out to TikTok anymore.
Sorry, Nat.
So let's go back to Trump, the disaster. He's the master of distraction here. This is a letter to the editor from Jay in Delray Beach, Florida. With his speeches and tweets promoting racism. Oh. Wow. Everything's racist?
Apparently.
With his speeches and tweets promoting racism, including assailing NASCAR for banning the Confederate flag. 2020, folks. These are words you never would have thought you would hear.
NASCAR.
Yeah, the president is assailing NASCAR for banning the Confederate flag and sports teams for their review of offensive nicknames. President Trump is accomplishing his goal of taking, the one he's not getting paid to do, his goal of taking everyone's eyes off the previous week's scandal of Russia's reported bounty on our soldiers in Afghanistan and his failure to respond as a commander-in-chief should. He's trying to keep his base engaged amid his efforts to keep those supporters from realizing how incredibly soft he is on Russia, endangering our country.
I would imagine that Russia's never not had a bounty on American soldiers.
True.
And I would include our other enemies currently have bounties on our. I mean, that would
I wonder
be
who we have a bounty on.
Yeah.
So he goes on, demanding an apology from Bubba Wallace. Bubba, by the way, is NASCAR for Jussie. A black NASCAR driver whom he falsely accused of perpetrating a hoax doesn't protect us from Russia, let alone from COVID-19, the economic disaster crippling families and small businesses, or racial injustice and police brutality. The Trump presidency's been a disaster, a record he can't run on. We can't allow the master of distraction to succeed. Thank you, Jay, from Delray Beach, Florida. What do you think about that? He's assailing NASCAR.
It could have been all over if Bubba would have just said, hey, a mistake was made. It wasn't what we thought it was. Wasn't hate. All good.
How
gone so far down the road.
How about before they realized a mistake was made? That was before. He went on Don Lemon after the FBI came out, but he made statements before they made their determination and told people if they doubted the story that they were simple-minded. So at that point, I'm like, okay, you don't want the facts to come out first. You just want to criticize people who don't just take the story without any supporting evidence.
And he was getting to be on the TV when he's normally not on the TV.
He finished ninth on
No
Sunday.
one knew who he was.
He finished ninth this past Sunday. Nobody's really worried about Bubba Jussie.
Is that in the regular NASCAR races, like the big cars? Or
Yeah.
I hadn't watched it in years. So
Yeah. Me either. Never have watched it, like in 47 years. So nothing against you folks who do. I just don't. But I'm done with sports all the way around.
Are you really?
Oh, yeah, I'm done. Just over it. Just done.
I know
Like-
I'm done with the NBA.
Like the
hard
Kaepernick
with
thing,
the
I was like,
NFL.
okay. But I was like, it's just, you're supporting China.
Yeah.
China.
Well, with the NBA for sure.
As I look at my iPhone to get my news. But it's the propaganda machine of it all.
With the NBA, but you don't think there's still hope for the NFL to just
No.
turn it around?
no, and
maybe?
it's bleeding into college too.
No.
So
Here was I look back on it and I was like, okay, what's the straw that broke the back for me?
Yeah.
It's always the little straws that break my back. You know what it was? It was when the running back for Oklahoma State got on to Gundy. What's his name? Gundy? Van Gundy? It's just Gundy, right?
Yes.
The head coach there at Oklahoma State. I really don't care about Oklahoma football, but I went to Georgia. That's all I care about.
He was wearing a ball cap or something.
No, he's wearing a
wasn't he?
shirt. He was on a fishing trip,
yeah.
OAN, One American News. And a guy came out and said, I'm not playing. I'm not doing all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. And then Gundy came back and apologized and all that stuff. And I'm like, that's it. Done. Let me tell you what my football coach would have done to me. He'd have grabbed me by the face mask and said, let me tell you something, you little son of a bitch.
Hey.
You don't need no water. You get your feet back down in that grass. That's what would have happened with my football coach.
Think about this, though. That's the T-shirt he went fishing in. It's kind of like the T-shirt you mow your grass in.
It's true.
You just want one
don't
that
care
you
about
can
it.
wear that you don't care about.
Well, it goes back to what we talked about on last night's show. If you didn't watch it, go back and watch it. We got real on that stuff, this whole cancel culture thing. But when you've got a college player who has zero clout and he's running the head coach of this organization, that for me, I was just done. I'm just like, whatever.
It's hard for me to see professional sports having any concern as to whether or not Americans are done when they're shelling out contracts for $400 or $500 million.
Well, Patrick Mahomes, who I like a lot. I think Patrick Mahomes is a great guy. But don't forget, I thought Colin Kaepernick was a great guy too. His first season with San Francisco when he came in. I thought he was a good guy because he had good values and he said the right things, right? And I thought he performed. That went downhill.
He performed for a little bit.
Kind of like your ex-husband.
Hey, ain't that the truth? Actually, there was never really a time where. Well, we won't get into that.
Anyway, what we're talking about. But, Patrick Mahomes gets $450 million over that deal. I'm like, you guys are pretty bold on that. I mean, y'all are pretty bold to pay that kind of money out when the people are out there going, eh. Now, will Jerry World over here in Arlington, Texas ever be empty? No, of course not. I mean, you got to speak Spanish to get in there. But, I mean, it's just the way it is.
That's those,
Look at Candace over there.
Candace over there.
Those cheap
You
party
got to be
passes,
bilingual
Candace,
to go to a
right?
Cowboys game over there. It's just true.
The cheap party passes.
It's a lot of fun. You go in there. It's like,
okay, but to be fair, it is really expensive.
super expensive.
So,
I mean, the cheapest parking place you're going to find and still walk a mile is $40.
Yeah.
Just to park your car.
to park.
It ain't gonna wash it or nothing.
And a jersey is like $350.
What?
But to get like a Mahomes jersey right now, they're probably.
Oh, you get one of those official ones, with
that's what I mean.
letters
Official.
stitched on there.
Why would you want an unofficial one?
You're gonna pay more than
Because
that.
you don't want to pay $350.
I feel like I could get one of those faster than I can get a Chad Prather shirt right now.
Well, I thought
You're correct on that.
it was so interesting
Those
to me.
the inventory's low.
It was so interesting to me. My husband last night was like, yeah, I read the story that Mahomes' agent apparently didn't do a good job and left a lot of money on the table. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, are we really complaining about that for him right now? The 500 wasn't enough?
Could you imagine even being that Jerry Maguire? Like, he getting paid.
I know.
Is
I'm
it
like,
15%? I don't know. What
Who am I leaving out? My agent, Jerry Maguire. Jerry Maguire.
Please get on your head and twirl. Please get on your head and twirl.
I'm leaving somebody. You're not gonna make me cry, Roy. You're making everybody cry. I'm not gonna cry on this show, Roy. My baby. I've seen that movie a few times.
It's a good one.
Love it.
Anyway.
I love Tom Hanks.
Oh, no.
I don't have any respect for you. Here's the thing. I don't want to talk about the NFL anymore. Like, at this point, it's all white noise, really. When they start talking about doing the Black National Anthem and all that stuff, I'm like,
Yeah.
And it's hard for me. This has been a hard one for me.
That's
because
what
I
I was
am so
wondering.
close to the NFL.
Right.
So we've
And
got
have been for years.
I know. So we've got to do the Native American National Anthem. Mm-hmm. We've got to do probably some Tongan shit. We got to do some, Hawaii.
Don't worry about the Asian American anthem because they too busy making money.
Hey,
they
where
don't
are you
care.
from? Scandinavia? Hell, stand back up. All right, y'all get back up. You're from
redhead-
Canada? Shit.
The gingers of America.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, our buddy Jaco Boyens, he's from South Africa. Mm-hmm. Okay. Jaco's on the team. He's an actual African American. He's whiter than me.
Right.
But he's an actual African American. Come on, let's sing something for him too. Oh my god!
And the game's over.
Yeah, it's done.
Right.
I won't get into that. But anyway, Trump talking about the NASCAR thing. We got to hush and go to a break. But Trump says that flying the Confederate flag is a freedom of speech issue, right? Because he came out with the tweets about that deal. Excuse me. He says my stance is very simple. It's freedom of speech. He said on an interview with Next Star Broadcasting on Tuesday, he said, you do what you do. It's freedom of speech. The president said NASCAR can do whatever they want, and they've chosen to go a certain way. Other people choose to go a different route. And so he said he didn't mean to be critical. He said, I was talking about the fact that NASCAR chose to go a certain way, and that's going to be up to them. That's up to them.
Yeah, he's saying that that's not his job to dictate what they do.
Right.
And so that's, I know everybody wants to go out and come out there and have him pound his chest and say, good job. But I mean, I know black people that fly the Confederate flag. I know a lot of black people, actually, who fly a Confederate flag. If you had never spent a weekend out at Rednecks with Paychecks in St. Joe, Texas, with 12,000 of our closest friends, yeah, there's a lot of black folks who come out there, and they got their Confederate flag. And I guarantee you, you come out there in September for the next event, those black folks will be out there flying that Confederate flag. I mean, that's a whole deal. So what are you going to do? You going to tell them they can't do that?
Well, no,
Where does
Snoop
it
Dogg
stop?
calls them coons.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, at what point does that stop? Is that their freedom of speech? 100%. I mean, if you want to make the rules, I'm telling you, you guys, just look at Hollywood. They're making the rules, but those rules are going to bite them in the ass. bad logic falls in on itself. It's a house of cards. We'll be right back. I love it when we go to break because we have ourselves a little pilly talk. We're talking about how to fold our clothes and how to hang our dresses and how to make sure we don't get any hanger horns inside of our cocktail of paraphernalias.
It's a legitimate issue.
And concern.
Yeah.
A MAGA, there's no liberals living in the street. A MAGA, you didn't kill your children. Anyway, I could sing this song.
That went downhill real quick.
Did it? Well, they like
Went
to
to a dark
abort people.
place.
They like to abort people. There's going to be 150,000 unborn babies killed today.
You know what's it's so crazy to think about.
Better wear a mask.
That
But wear a mask.
even as far, I'm in my third trimester, even as far along as I am, there are a couple places in this country where you can still do it.
Oh, gosh.
Still do it.
Crazy?
Speaking of morons, Ilhan Omar. She called for the dismantling of the U.S. government and economy the other day. That's what? I mean, you know, what are you going to do with this person?
How is she an elected leader that is allowed to say that?
She infiltrated.
Well, she did.
She said you can't really reform a department that is rotten to the root. She said as long as our economy and political systems prioritize profit without considering who is profiting, who is being shut out, we will perpetuate this inequality. We cannot stop at criminal justice system. We must begin with the work of dismantling the whole system of oppression wherever we find it. You know, I saw a video. You can find everything on YouTube. I found this quote-unquote professor who was giving these speeches about how segregation still exists in America today. Someone responded to a tweet of mine and said that it's still the same problem as it's always been, that we look at the black community as being less than us. I'm saying their reference was white people. Not everybody in this room is white, but they were saying that whites still look at blacks as being less. They had black water fountains and black, bathrooms and stuff like that, and then black schools. I'm like, well, okay, we don't have that today, except for the black schools, and those are only by the black community's choice, okay? So this professor was saying, well, all you got to do is look at where we live. We're segregated. You have white communities, you have black communities, and we're not allowing blacks to move into our communities. How are we not?
You need to come check my neighbors out.
I mean,
I'm like, bro, I don't really want Bucktooth Tommy moving in
Exactly.
next door either. But, he's whiter than, and he's got his Confederate flag and 19 youngins with 7 last names. I'm like, and he's the father. So that ought to tell you how
Natalie,
redneck
he didn't mean anything
get.
by that.
no.
Yeah.
Words hurt.
He's talking about his Johnson County neighbor.
So I'm just saying, I don't. People are like, but blacks are not welcome in white neighborhoods.
False.
That is the
Who
most
wants
ridiculous.
to go with me down to the project? I'm going to dress just like this.
Right.
And we're going to go on visitation. We're going to go door knocking, campaigning. We're not welcome there either. I can take you to places in Fort Worth, Texas. You're not welcome there, right? So that goes both ways. That's not a skin color issue. That's a culture issue. That's a community issue.
I would also say that you would not be welcome in the projects in a much different way. That I don't think that blacks would not be welcome in the suburbs, even if
That's
they
why
came
I
up to
said
your
false.
door.
I said false.
Yeah, I don't even think that that's the case. But you would not be accepted because white people are not taught to distrust and hate black people.
Well,
In the black community, they are taught to distrust white people.
Most mornings I'll get up and start to ride out of my neighborhood. There's a kid that's walking and stuff, and he's got hair like Bougie Sean's got with the big fro, and wave at him.
Yeah.
I've even asked him if he saw him way up the road one time. I said, you need a ride home? No, I'm good. I'm just walking.
Yeah.
I'm like, it doesn't cross my mind
Right.
in that regard.
Right. But a lot of the black community, they're taught that from a very young age.
Of course they are. Not all. Again, don't individualize it. It's across. It's this. I've said it over and over again. All of this issue is not a systemic race issue. This is a systemic excuse issue.
Yes.
Everybody's got an excuse.
Yes.
And that's the problem. And rather than deal with the actual thing, they want to come up with something that's a scapegoat, right? And pin it on this and that.
Moreover, if you think for a
Now look here, before you say anything, white people can't be talking about this.
I know.
Now go.
She's white-splaining.
If you think for a second that all of this movement isn't changing or is changing the heart of a true racist,
Right.
you couldn't be more wrong.
Yeah.
Go back
It's
and
not
watch what
going to
Brandon
change the
Tatum said
heart of a
last
true
week.
racist in all races. There are racist black people, racist white people. There's racism true in the heart of somebody. This isn't going to change that.
Right.
This is segregating us more.
There is no such thing as changing an external thing to fix an internal problem. Brandon Tatum sat right there in that chair last week and said, "Oh, well, I got an email from Macy's, so I'm going to bring in my Klan hood and lay it down. I've been wrong because, they're supporting black voices."
Right.
I got, Amazon.com told me that they're supporting black voices. I've been a racist for 50 years, but I'm going to stop now.
Right.
I mean, it's just this. Yeah. I mean, it's just dumb.
And a white sale this weekend.
Do you know they're not doing the Texas State Fair
Oh,
this
don't
year?
even get me
First time
started
since
on
World
this.
War
I'm
II.
so pissed about this.
Do you go every year?
Yes. We get a corny dog and a pineapple whip.
Normally I go get the fried water. This year you get fried nothing on a stick.
Yeah.
Nothing. I'm pissed off.
We're all going to
So
lose
mad.
2 pounds, though.
Yeah, right.
Well. Y'all,
Smell that funnel cake.
Should I got something I should tell y'all, but I don't know if I
Outside,
should.
too.
If you go to the state fair or any fair, you're already living on the edge. Like you're going to where they move these rides like weekly. And so you already are going there going, there's already kind of a threat. COVID, come on.
You're going to go pet livestock at the
Yes.
petting zoo. Like,
Get the E. coli.
Yeah,
part of the
really, we're going to be
brilliance.
concerned about COVID. And also what happened to letting people just make their own damn decisions.
What happened to that?
Well, that's why.
Went out the window real quick.
That's why I'm considering running for governor of Texas in 2022.
Who are you?
I am.
Petting zoos everywhere.
Petting zoos. You too can have a petting zoo if you choose. Want livestock exemption? Get some chickens. The neighbors will love you. But watch out for the black
Livestock
guys
lives matter.
in the neighborhood. Welcome them in. That I'm going to get crucified in this election. But that's okay. That's okay. The whole thing with that is you got a dude that's got 6 teeth in his head, probably on meth.
Yeah.
Who put that ride together that day in 20 minutes, going to sling you 60 times, 25 feet in the air so you can get off and go puke and say,
And I
where's
love
my
it.
where's my corn dog? Man, I need a funnel cake.
And some
Right.
COVID.
It's just amazing. They just shut it. They don't even give you the choice.
No, just shut her down.
Yeah.
Let her rip. That's another one of my platforms is personal responsibility
Yep.
has to be your goal. Personal autonomy is your right, and personal responsibility ought to be your goal. I mean, if I'm sick, if I got the flu, I shouldn't be humping on the back of your leg in a Walmart like I normally do while I'm waiting to check out at the self-checkout.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
No, I got to back up off of that.
True.
Missed that, by the way.
I miss it too. Especially when Sarah's wearing that. Did your husband know you in this room like that?
Yes.
Look at them shoes she's wearing
Looking
too.
that
Good
good.
Lord. Turn a
He
little
was
bit to the right. Just
He was
angle
in
them
my
legs over
dressing
to the
room.
right, Sarah. No, the other way. The other right. Look,
Someone's
look
gonna
at
believe
this.
she's
No, the other
preggo.
right.
What?
I mean, look at the split in the side of them britches.
Oh.
Good Lord,
Right
go come
here.
up.
You're leggy.
I'm trying to be like Nat.
Natalie, yes, Tuesday night was leggy. Somebody
I sit in
come in
that
and
chair.
say she
I'm
looks
not
soft.
pregnant, and I look more pregnant than you.
No.
Like you are just tiny, hiney.
She ain't pregnant.
Make you want to fall out of a chair.
Y'all didn't see that yesterday, but Natalie went to reach back here and the chair fell over.
I knocked
And
it over.
no man helped her.
Nobody helped me.
Nobody moved at all.
Well, I got stuck. So, true story. Thank you. That's okay. True story. That chair, I went to reach and it flipped off the stage and I caught with the back rim and I'm stuck and it wouldn't move. our future governor looks at me and goes, "Oh, you look like you're in a pickle," but he didn't get me out of the
And
pickle.
I'm like, someone go help her. Don't ask the
Listen to me.
28-week-old pregnant woman to go help her.
Personal responsibility
There were 6 feet. You know, it's like
has
I've got
to be your goal.
You're right. 6 feet
You
separation.
fall down, you pick yourself up. You're a Texan.
Amen.
By God.
It was
See, there's leadership right there.
It was a nice
Chad
view
Prather.
too. To be
Make
to be
Texas
honest.
Texas again.
Yeah.
I was laughing too hard to get over there to help you.
Thanks, friend.
And he wears a Be Nice shirt. Y'all hang tight. Be right back. Ilhan Omar is the gift that keeps on giving. She continued quietly funneling hundreds of thousands of dollars to her new husband's consulting firm, including a $189,000 windfall in March, just weeks after they announced they had tied the knot. That's what campaign data shows. So obviously, Now you're like, is that Breitbart news? Is that Blaze Media saying these things? No, it's the New York Post. So he's reached, almost $1 million, man.
Party Foul Steve's starting a consulting firm
Are you?
for the governorship.
Oh,
Yes.
Well,
wow.
I'm broke as a joke. So my friends, their last names aren't Illions, it's Alsons.
The things that this woman has been allowed to do,
It's amazing.
it's incredible. And the fact that she has the audacity to come here as a refugee and talk the crap that she talks about the country that she fled to, that took her in, is absolutely disgusting. And then on top of that, she's playing the system.
Yep.
And everyone sees it and they just let it happen.
That's it.
It's absolutely disgusting.
Here's why I'm fired up. Last night I was watching video clips of Andrew Breitbart. It's no wonder they killed a guy. I mean, good Lord have mercy. The dude was on fire.
He was.
And weird,
Yeah.
but on fire.
You have to be a little weird.
But you watch the thing, he says, when they come at you and they want to call you a racist, you. And then he goes, war. Like, okay, let's go to war. I loved Breitbart, though, because he always said, you don't let the debate come to you. You take the debate to them. You got to attack. And so when you take somebody like Ilhan Omar, those are the kind of things right there. We've been silent for too long. We got to speak up on these issues. I mean, we've got to call them out. Stop being afraid of being called a name. Okay? A racist, a Nazi, a bigot. Forget all that stuff. I mean, again, Breitbart was talking about that years ago. He's been dead for a few years now, and they were doing it back then.
Yep.
So just don't worry about it. It's going to come and go. You know what's going to happen? You remember how bad they treated George W. Bush? And he's deep state.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's part of the machine.
Remember when we thought it couldn't get any worse than that?
Yeah. And now they're doing it with Trump. Oh, just give it another 12 years and
Yeah.
watch what happens. Just give it another 12.
That's
watch what's
depressing.
going on.
That's really
So-
depressing.
Anyway, did you see where this Florida woman, well, not a Florida man, Florida woman, she found a head while she was out jogging. She found a head.
I'm so jealous.
Who lost their head on a jogging trail?
So jealous.
You're jealous.
I'm just jealous she found it.
You want to find a head?
You want
I
to
just wanna-
find a human head.
St. Petersburg.
a dead body. Like, I ride my bike a lot, and so it's weird. I can't.
Matt
I'm
doesn't
gonna-
ride her
is
bike for
wrong
exercise.
with
She
you?
goes looking for dead bodies.
Yeah.
What? I've seen
That's
one.
why she wrecked.
I'm already practicing my sound bites on camera. Like,
Ladies,
oh yeah, I was just
ladies, could y'all stop talking to each other?
just excited. Sorry,
Okay,
I'm
this
sorry.
is
It's your
not
show.
It's not
I'm sorry.
really pilly talk.
Sorry, Governor.
Yeah. You
He's
can't call me that
changed.
yet.
He's changed.
Give it
Potential.
22. So a lot of people might have thought it was just an animal, but she perceived it really looked like a human. Police department spokeswoman said. So that's not immediately clear how long the head was left in the area. Said she didn't think it was there on Sunday when she was running, but it was definitely there on Monday.
I ain't got nobody.
I ain't got nobody. Short people got no reason to live. Anyway, yeah. So he found it on a little grassy spot right there. I mean, that's a shocker. That's a shocker. Ghislaine Maxwell, we don't know where she is, right? Yeah. We don't know if she's alive. And that's unsubstantiated, the folks who keep saying she's got COVID-19. We don't know that.
Yeah, that's not.
I think that's fake news.
It is.
That's fake news. But she's got a ring around her neck. She just don't know it yet. But
think
she
it's
find
fine.
her.
She knows
that will
it.
definitely be cause of death.
Yeah.
I think she knows it.
Yeah. But, she says she's going to spill it. Her lawyer now came out and said she's ready to spill some beans. I just don't have any respect for Tom Hanks. We'll see what happens. Candace, any news? Ghislaine, watch.
Well, there's no picture. There's no booking
picture.
You've never seen her being transported to the jail, arriving at the jail.
true.
There wasn't even a perp walk. So once we get a picture of her actually in custody, then I'll start to be a little bit more.
But it could just be a deep fake, Candace.
I don't know, because we haven't seen her since pictures from 2018
Yeah.
it's been
for
a
the
long
most
time.
recent. So that's pretty interesting.
Wow, I didn't even think about that.
Long time.
Well, she's been
trust
dead
me.
for 2 years.
Just when you think you've formulated an opinion on any topic, you bring Candace into it. That's why if y'all are watching this show, you'll see I look over here like this every now and then just to see what this kid's got to say. And she says it all with her eyes.
Wow.
Yeah, she'll make you think about things. You ready to work for the state of Texas? You didn't respond to that yesterday.
I told you I'm not moving to Austin. I'll zoom
You don't
in.
have to
You don't
these
have
days.
to.
Many people who work at the Capitol commute.
I'm not sure Chad will move to Austin.
Oh, he's not.
You
I'm
can't-
not a
I
huge
can't
fan
see-
of
I
Fort
can't
Worth.
see Chad
Can we do it
in
from Fort
Austin.
Worth?
I'm not a huge fan of where the governor mansion is located. Right there.
Just pick it up.
It burned in 2008 due to arson.
Brittany.
It's
Did it
not
really?
Yeah.
I don't.
The front
I
of it
forgot.
burned, the facade,
Oh,
and they had to repair it.
I had forgotten that.
Not a big fan of the decor. It doesn't really fit the man cave that I enjoy. You know what I'm saying? It's very Victorian.
Yeah, I feel like you'd have a little flexibility.
I'm going to need some antlers,
Yeah.
is what I'm going to need.
It looks a little
You'd have some
plantation.
flexibility.
I'm going to need to put a longhorn out on the front lawn that Natalie's going to have to dodge while she's mowing the grass.
Yep.
How does the Texas governor's mansion not have a walking around cow in the front yard?
It's a great point.
I mean, really?
It's a really great
And I
point.
don't know about having all you riffraff touring my house either. Coming in to see a little history. You know what? You'll be history. Here's my plan. I want to make the mansion the house of the people. The house of the Texas
Here we go.
people. I'll live down the street in a high rise. When I'm in town, I'll have a condo down there. Security, people, security. I want to make the governor's mansion the house of the people. They can come in and tour the whole thing, turn it into a museum, right? Right?
Yeah,
I mean, why not? Let's make it the Texas house of the people.
I like it.
Then nobody gets to see you walking around in your panties.
Oh, no, I'll come out
Okay.
every
good.
now and then. I mean, every now and then
He's
we'll
going to give
have
the people what they
campouts.
want.
Sure.
Please.
We'll have campouts at the mansion, Nat. We'll go over
Appreciate
there
it.
and we'll put some tents up and we'll, kind of like under the 6th Street Bridge.
Yeah.
Already in Austin. We'll just move those tents over and we'll bring them, right under 35 there at 6th Street, 8th Street, whatever that is. We'll bring them right over and say, you know what? We're opening the gates for all of you folks over there. Bring your dog carriers and all that stuff. It's weird. Austin's weird. It's a weird place.
It's more than weird these days.
Yeah, and you know what? You go down there right now, we pick on Austin. I've told you, the 3 problem kids in Texas, Austin, Dallas, and Houston. San Antonio gets an honorable mention, but I love San Antonio. But Houston, Austin, and Dallas, always the problem kids, right? You keep pulling that Glenn Beck like I'm looking at you like you're about to start yawning.
No.
For those of you who don't
That
know,
was me. I did. I just
he
yawned.
does. He yawns. Glenn Beck's. You'll be in the middle of a conversation with Glenn Beck, and he go.
Yeah, he didn't even try to hide it.
I
have this weird, it's like my ear needs to pop, but I can't
What
pop
is
it.
going on with the girls in this room and their ears? She's got the Meniere's thing.
No, I don't. It's not many ears, but I'm pretty sure I'm
COVID?
going deaf in my left ear.
So
Oh.
I don't want Glenn Beck's endorsement for governor because that's the kiss
Smart.
of death.
Yes. And he'll even tell you that.
I don't even think he wants to give it.
yeah.
I don't think
He has not called.
we haven't seen Glenn in months. I've seen Ghislaine Maxwell
Someone
since I've seen Glenn Beck.
Someone asked when Glenn was going to be on my show next, and another viewer responded that Glenn that they're seeing on radio is just a hologram.
Yeah,
It's just
Glenn's
holographic
literally
Glenn.
on the reservation. He's like Mark Levin in a nondescript bunker deep below the Earth's surface.
It's just been a hologram of
Yeah.
Glenn
Nowhere
this
near
whole
Joe
time.
Biden's basement.
Yeah, I mean, I think they got they're running cans with a string. They can talk to each other. And Joe goes, I mean, we hold these truths to be self-evident, man. That, it's all about the thing.
Solid.
Life, liberty, and the thing, man. Look, Jack.
Come on, you know.
Lion, pony face, dog soldier, dog face, pony soldier. I don't know. It's crazy. But no, I think we make the house the house of the people. And I need to kind of modernize. I either get my walking around cow or it's a no-go in 22. You understand? You understand what I'm saying, folks? This is Texas, by God. I want to have like Texas takeover. I'm thinking about Texas takeover, Operation 22. I think we're going to create a pack. We're going to call it Texans for Common Sense. I think that's our pack.
I like it. Texans
for Common Sense, and I think y'all like it too. We'll see what comes about it. It's just fun. We're brainstorming. Get a bumper sticker. We don't have them yet, but you can get one soon. Hang tight. We'll be right back. So, Kanye West is running for president in 2020. That's going to be a whole new episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, the Oval Office edition. Kazakhstan beachgoers, they beat a seal unconscious so the kids could take photos. Yikes.
Oh.
Caspian seals, they're actually an endangered species. Don't do that. Halle Berry, smoke show. But she's got to be woke and relevant. She flees transgender role after backlash. She said she's sorry as a cisgender celebrity for considering the job. So, hey, if anybody knows any trannies, there's a part in Hollywood for you.
I mean, what happened to actors acting? That's the whole point. You act like something you're not.
Yeah,
that's
I
the
thought
whole
that was the
deal,
whole
man.
point.
That's the whole
Don't bring
deal.
your common sense into this.
Don't act like you got logic, Steve.
Yeah, stop.
But the House of the People, Austin, Texas, right there at Congress. We're going to call it La Hacienda de la Pepelosos. People, individuales. House of the People. Hacienda de las Personas. House of the People. That's what we're going to call it.
Hispanic approved.
They're going to knock on the gate.
Stamped it.
Banga, banga. Set up a tinta para mumu.
And a white chick's going to be mowing,
Yes, naked.
Yep.
dodging the bull.
As it should be for once.
We're going to be
All right.
barbecuing. Hey, where's your walking around cow? Doesn't it smell great? Who's hungry?
Smells like Texas. Smells like Texas.
Smells like Texas. Smells like by God, Texas.
There you go.
Where are you from, boy? By God, Texas. Population me. That's what I'm talking about, y'all.
This is going to be a campaign ad.
It is. Population me. Biden should not debate Trump. That's one of the opinion pieces we didn't get into. You know why? I can tell you why. Because he can't. That's going to be funny.
Agreed.
That's going to be funny. Oh, the debates. They're going to do everything they can to get rid of that, man. It's going to be funny. Go to watchchad.com. That's where all the fun stuff is. Sarah Gonzalez Unfiltered on YouTube, as well as the news and why it matters. Follow everybody on social media, stevehelmsband.com, as well as Party Foul Nation. Get it on the YouTube. There you go. And Candace, the Queen of the whatever. And the Puppet Longos and Puppet Master Mark. BlazeTV.com/Chad. We love y'all. God bless. We'll talk to you next time. Have a good weekend. Bye.